Every night, thousands of older people close their eyes, planning to wake up in the morning. But many never do. It sounds peaceful, doesn't it? Like just drifting off forever. But the truth is far more uncomfortable. Many deaths in sleep aren't natural or random. They are silent warnings that were missed, ignored, or brushed aside. And sometimes it isn't gentle. It's a slow, unseen battle the body loses because no one was paying attention. Most seniors don't just pass from old age. That's a lie we tell ourselves to feel better. In reality, there are 6 dangerous reasons why so many elderly people die suddenly at night. And almost every one of them could have been spotted early or prevented. If you're reading this and thinking, not me, then you need to keep reading even more. Because thinking you're safe without knowing the signs is the biggest risk of all. Let's break down the real reasons, piece by piece, before it's too late. Number 1. Silent heart attacks. The betrayal. You never feel most people believe a heart attack is big, loud, and obvious, like in the movies. They think they will feel a sharp pain, clutch their chest, and have time to call for help. But for many seniors, the heart fails in silence. There is no screaming, no crashing to the floor. Instead, it happens quietly, like a thief stealing your life when no one is watching. Small warnings often appear: feeling unusually tired, getting out of breath faster than before, feeling heavy in the chest, or having strange indigestion that doesn't go away. But many people ignore these signs, blaming old age, stress, or even something they ate. Joe was a proud man who never wanted to admit he felt weaker every week. One night he kissed his wife goodnight, laid his head on the pillow, and never woke up. His heart had been waving a red flag for months, but no one saw it. A silent heart attack doesn't give you a second chance. It betrays you when you least expect it. If you feel tired after simple tasks or feel tightness in your chest, even if it's small, don't brush it off. Your body is whispering to you. Listen before it screams goodbye. Number 2, sleep apnea, the killer. Hiding behind your snores. Snoring might seem funny to others, but to you it could be a quiet warning of something deadly. Sleep apnea is when your breathing stops many times during the night without you even realizing it. Each time you stop breathing, your brain struggles to get enough oxygen. It's like someone putting a pillow over your face again and again while you sleep. Carol's husband laughed about her snoring for years. Neither of them knew that each loud snore, each gasp for air, was her body fighting to stay alive. Over time, sleep apnea damages your heart, raises your blood pressure, and can even cause a stroke, all while you are sleeping peacefully, or so you think. If you wake up feeling tired even after a long night's sleep, have morning headaches, dry mouth, sore throat, or find yourself dozing off during the day, these are not normal signs of aging. They are cries for help. Sleep apnea doesn't wait for you to notice. It does its damage in the dark while you dream. Don't laugh off loud snoring or being tired all the time. Get checked. Better to look foolish at the doctor's office than to look peaceful in a coffin. Number 3. Atrial fibrillation, the quiet misstep that costs everything. In the quiet moments when you are resting or trying to fall asleep, sometimes you may feel your heart flutter strangely or race for no reason. It feels like a soft drum beating out of rhythm, but because it comes and goes, it's easy to ignore. Many older people think these small skips or stumbles in the heart are harmless, like hiccups. But atrial fibrillation is far more dangerous than it seems. When your heart beats unevenly, it cannot push blood properly through your body. Blood may begin to collect inside parts of your heart, sitting still when it should be moving. And when blood sits still, clots form. Tiny, deadly clumps that can travel through your bloodstream without warning. If one of these clots moves to your brain, it can block the blood flow in seconds, causing a severe stroke that often leaves no chance to recover. Marjorie had felt these fluttering feelings in her chest for months, but always brushed them off, thinking it was her nerves or just part of getting older. One cold night, while she was peacefully asleep beside her husband, a clot broke free, rushed to her brain, and stopped her heart forever. She never even woke up. The tragedy is that atrial fibrillation can often be easily treated if caught early, with medications, simple monitoring, and a few small changes. But it needs someone brave enough to listen to the soft whispers of danger before they become a scream too loud to ignore. Number 4. Dangerous drug combinations, a recipe for disaster. As people age, life writes long stories into their bodies, worn knees, tired hearts, aching backs. To help with all these troubles, doctors often prescribe many different medicines. One pill for blood pressure, another for sleep, another for pain, another for the heart. But while each pill helps a little, the combination of them can quietly brew a deadly storm. When different medications mix inside an aging body, they can fight each other, double each other's effects, or cause new problems no one warned you about. Some pills might slow your heartbeat too much. Others might lower your blood pressure until it cannot push blood to your brain. Still others can make you dizzy, confused, or weaken your breathing without you feeling it right away. Albert, a careful man who followed every doctor's advice, ended up taking 12 different pills every day. He never missed a dose. He trusted that because doctors gave them to him, they were safe. What he didn't know was that no one had looked at the whole picture. And one evening, while watching the sunset from his favorite chair, the slow mixture of effects took his life. His breathing slowed so gently he never even noticed. His heart, already tired, simply stopped. It's not about blame, it's about awareness. If you are on many medications, you must demand, not politely ask, but demand, a full medication review from your doctor or pharmacist. Let someone who understands how drugs mix together look carefully. Do it not just for yourself, but for everyone who loves you and would never forgive themselves for trusting too much in silence. Number 5. Nocturnal hypoglycemia, the deadly sugar drop in the dark. For people living with diabetes, controlling blood sugar becomes part of daily life. Checking levels, choosing foods carefully, timing medications. It feels like hard work, but it becomes a habit. However, what many don't realize is that danger does not sleep when they do. During the night, blood sugar can crash to deadly levels without waking you up. Your body depends on having enough sugar to keep your brain alive while you dream. But if levels fall too low, your brain begins to shut down. John, a kind man who prided himself on managing his diabetes well, made a small mistake one night. He took his normal evening insulin but skipped dinner because he wasn't feeling very hungry. While he slept, his blood sugar dropped lower and lower, starving his brain of energy. His heart slowed, his breathing weakened. And by the time anyone noticed, he had already passed away, still tucked warmly under his blanket. Nocturnal hypoglycemia gives no warning that you can feel. You do not wake up sweating or shaking. You simply fall deeper into sleep until the body cannot come back. The simple act of eating a light snack, a small piece of fruit, some crackers, a bit of peanut butter, before bed could have saved John's life. Diabetes is not just a daytime battle. It is a war fought through every hour, even the quietest ones. Protect yourself by respecting the night and never letting yourself go to sleep without giving your body the fuel it needs to survive until morning. Number 6. The body's peaceful surrender. When nature gently calls. Sometimes, death does not come through disease, accident, or mistake. Sometimes, after a long, full life filled with love, memories, laughter, and tears, the body simply reaches its natural end. It does not rage against the coming night. It whispers to it, inviting rest. When an elderly person begins to sleep more, speak less, eat little, and drift in and out of awareness, it is not always something broken to fix. It is the body preparing for its final goodbye, gently closing the book on a long and beautiful story. Clara had spent 94 rich years on this earth, raising children, laughing with friends, tending her garden, and singing at every birthday party. In her final weeks, she began to sleep longer hours. Her meals became smaller, and her once bright conversations turned into soft smiles and nods. Her family, desperate to keep her with them, tried everything. New doctors, new medicines, more hospital visits. They didn't understand that Clara wasn't losing a battle. She was finishing a journey. One quiet evening, holding her granddaughter's hand, Clara simply sighed, smiled faintly, and left the world the same way she had lived in it, with grace and gentleness. Not every death is a tragedy. Some are a soft letting go, a peaceful surrender to the truth that no one lives forever. When the body grows tired and the spirit begins to drift, the kindest thing we can do is not to fight, but to sit quietly beside them, whisper words of love, and let them go in peace. Life often teaches us that even when we think we know all the dangers, there are always a few hidden risks that are just as important to understand. These extra lessons can be the difference between living longer or leaving earlier than we should. So now, let me gently share 3 more important truths. Bonus parts that could save a life, or at least bring more peace, care, and wisdom to the days ahead. Bonus 1. Silent pneumonia, the hidden infection that steals breath away. In younger people, pneumonia often roars into the body with fierce symptoms: high fever, terrible cough, sharp chest pain. It's loud and hard to miss. But in older people, pneumonia can slip in silently without the usual warnings. You might not even feel very sick at first. Instead, you may just feel more tired than usual, a little confused, or lose interest in eating and drinking. These small changes are often mistaken for just old age or blamed on something else. But inside, a quiet infection could be growing, filling the lungs with fluid and starving the body of oxygen. Harold, a proud man who still insisted on gardening every morning at 85, simply started sleeping more and eating less. His family thought he was just slowing down. By the time he began struggling to breathe, the infection had already taken hold, and it was too late. Silent pneumonia can be deadly because it fools even the watchful eyes of loved ones. Any sudden change, unusual sleepiness, confusion, weakness, must be taken seriously. A simple checkup, a chest x-ray, a short course of antibiotics could have turned the tide. Never ignore small changes in the elderly. Their bodies whisper warnings where once they would have shouted. Bonus 2. Heat stroke indoors, the danger that hides inside. We often think of heat stroke as something that happens outside, under the blazing summer sun. But the truth is, many elderly people suffer and even die from heat stroke inside their own homes. As the body ages, it loses its ability to regulate temperature properly. Older people don't sweat as much. Their sense of thirst weakens. Sometimes they cannot feel how hot they are becoming until it's dangerously late. During a heat wave, even a slightly warm house can turn into a trap. Dorothy, living alone with only a small fan and closed windows, thought she was safe because she stayed indoors. She sipped a little water, watched her shows, and napped in her favorite chair. But the heat inside her home slowly rose higher and higher. Her body temperature climbed, her heart raced, and finally, her organs began to fail. When neighbors found her, it was too late. Heat stroke doesn't need direct sun. It only needs trapped heat and a body too tired to fight back. Always check on elderly people during warm days. Make sure they have cool air, open windows, cold drinks, and light clothing. Don't wait for them to say they're in trouble. By then, they may already be slipping away. Bonus 3. Loneliness, the silent killer of the heart. It may surprise you, but loneliness can be just as deadly as heart disease or cancer. When people grow older, they often lose friends, family moves away, partners pass on, and everyday routines fall away. Days grow long and quiet, and in that silence, the heart begins to ache in ways medicine cannot cure. Studies have shown that loneliness causes real physical damage, raising blood pressure, weakening the immune system, worsening memory, and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Eleanor was a bright, lively woman who loved chatting with her neighbors. But after moving to a quieter street to be closer to her daughter, she found herself alone most days. Slowly, her health began to fade. Her body gave up long before it needed to, not from disease, but from the deep sadness of being forgotten. The cure for loneliness isn't found in a pill. It is found in small visits, warm phone calls, shared meals, laughter, and memories made together. If you have an elderly loved one, remember that your voice, your presence, your love are more powerful than any medicine. Sometimes saving a life doesn't mean rushing them to the hospital. Sometimes it simply means sitting beside them and saying, "You are not alone." Life is delicate, like a thin thread of silk blowing in the wind. Beautiful, precious, but easy to tear if we do not handle it with care. As we grow older, or watch our loved ones grow older, it is not just sickness or accidents we must guard against. It is also the quiet dangers, the small changes, the lonely days, the hidden storms that can take a life without warning. Every breath, every smile, every memory is a treasure, not to be taken for granted. Let us slow down, open our eyes, listen with our hearts, and walk gently beside those who once carried us when we were small. Because in the end, it is not the years that measure a life. It is the love that fills those years. And there is no greater gift we can give than our time, our attention, and our care. If you found this information helpful and inspiring, please take a moment to support us. Leave a comment, share your thoughts, or tell us which tip you're excited to try. We love hearing from you. Like the video. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find these helpful ideas. Subscribe to the channel, tap the subscribe button, and ring the little bell so you never miss a new video. We post tips, exercises, and inspiration to help you stay healthy, strong, and joyful at any age. Share with friends and family. If you know someone who could benefit from this, send it their way. A small act of sharing can make a big difference in someone's life. Thank you for being part of our wonderful community. Keep moving, keep smiling, and we'll see you in the next video.